Okay, welcome everyone. We'll start our second lesson. My name is Anjum Satha and we're doing unit personal development for leadership and strategic management, ATHE level 7 diploma in strategic leadership and management. And today lesson will go through LO2 learning outcome 2, which is understand how knowledge, skills in leadership and strategic management support the creation and achievement organization vision and strategy. So we'll go through what is meant by strategy, what is meant by vision, what is meant by objective, and how we can create effective strategic strategies. So before starting, just reflect your current knowledge about leadership and management. Do we know what is the difference between management and leadership? Difference between leadership and management. Just ask yourself, what do you know about leadership and management? So leader is long-term influence. Yes, management is manage, design an environment to achieve the organization objective. So managers is make the strategy for organization to achieve the objective. Leaders give the influence, they give the mission, they give the vision, they give the thought where they want to see their organization in future. So that's we need to be. So you have to ask that where you can rank from 1 to, and at the end of the lesson you can reflect as well what we learned or something you learn the new things. So we have here the factor impacting visions, history, organization, internal, external business environment. We can discuss internal and external business environment. So what you learn about, a couple of you learn about external environment, past environment. Past is called political, economics, social, and technological. Technology. So that's we need to be learn about. So this is the external environment. So internal environment within an organization, that's we call the culture of organization, that's internal environment. Different barriers, of course, is the organization, top down and bottom approach, which we'll discuss. We'll discuss the culture. We'll discuss the factor that's impacting, the communication vision, internal, external stakeholders, size of organization, culture, diversity. All this will be focused really. And when we look now, so we'll go back to our course contents, what we're supposed to be. We learning outcome 1, understand how knowledge, skills in leadership and strategic management support the creation and achievement organization vision and strategy. Then you have understand how they develop and communicate the vision, and which will go through today lesson. And the next we'll go through development, how the personal knowledge skills as the leaders we need to be developed to be achieve the organization objective. So we have 3.1 all these, and this lesson 4 will go through our LO4. So we'll start. So we discussed, so according to the researcher who executive work, only 3% of the typical business leader time is spent envisioning and enlisting. How far the leaders on the front line most anticipated merely what's come after the current project wrap up. People at the next level of leadership should be looking the several years into futures. Yes. So we can say, the leader look the long-term vision. Vision is mean where they want to see the organization themselves. So then this is the important quotation hallmark of the great leader. Their vision include the big ideas. Big ideas. Big ideas get the people excited. Oh, we'll do this and that. We'll bring, that's, we need to look around. That's big ideas we need to look around in as the leaders give. When we're looking the current mission, visions, value, and goal. So mission, what does exist? What is our purpose? What does exist? Why we exist as a company? What is our purpose? Why we? Because no one says we are here to earn the profit. We are here to build the nation. We are here to remove the boundaries. And is education is everyone, and they can learn from their own comfort zone. So that's we need to think about. That's a mission. So vision where we want to see ourselves in future. So we have to be we have to look around our vision. What must we become in order to accomplish our fundamental purpose? Value. How must we behave to create the hospital that will achieve our purpose? Value. So we have to look around the value, treat people like to be treated, give them fair wages. So we need to, and honesty, diversity, inclusion, these are all values, goals. How you will know if all this is making the difference to the society, to the organization, other as a leader. Okay, creative and share visions. The purpose is review existing mission visions, values, goals of organization. Know where you are stand now. Look at the essential information that will shape the future. Know what you are likely to encounter, what sort of the problem you will. You do your SWOT analysis. So this is your internal. What are the strengths? What asset we have as a company? External. This is also internal. Weaknesses, liability are the area of development. We normally not use the word weakness. We can say area of development as an individual, as an organization, or what we have. If we don't do it, we can't achieve the opportunity are there. What are the threats there? So opportunity for revenue growth, improve health outcomes. So threats, challenges, what challenges will be due to the COVID-19 are, so we need to look around what strength we have, what challenges we have, how we can try to be minimize the threats to our strength, and then creating shared vision and the process. Look essential information, shape the future. So third, visioning, brainstorming, paint a clear picture of where you want to go. Anybody, any question, please? If you have any question, those listening, you can drop me email if you have any question. Analyze the factor that impacting the creation. So you need to look around the factors. So we discuss political factors. We can look around legislations. We can look around we can look around economic factor. Yes, we can look around social factors. So different factors we can look around. We can look around the purpose, why, what are the core value, leadership, visions, and organization. So this is the conceptual framework influence the vision of the organization. So we need to analyze it. Yes, so we need to be look around why, how, so which we'll go through in the further. Okay, next now we can look around when we assess, how we can assess different approaches. So thoughts, idea, design, scheme. Sorry, this is a slightly dimmy in the picture. Cognitive, we can look around. Imaginative pictures, board are the reviews, are the personal shared, positive directions for future. So you need to look around what issues, basic themes, and where we can want to see our organization in future. So that's we need to look around. Then we have, if we look now, so we need to look around. It's a vision, it's a purpose, everything is interrelated, is a link with each other. So as a leader, as a manager, we have to look around these, the closely to monitor. So we have to develop ourselves, which we'll go through in the further lessons, skills, abilities, knowledge, competencies. Yes, we need to be developed to achieve these objectives of organization. Ideology, so is the soul and the spirit of an organization. Inspire, control, and the guide the vision and organization. Another picture is not clear, so it's more clear here. We can look around, define the belief system, like the culture of your organization. You set up the culture in a way, respect, honor, the equality. Yes, give the training, give the equal chance, promote people according to their ability, not according to the some differences. So we need to look around these, the sources and the sound and the authentic ideology is the ethical. So we need to look around the sound ideology leads toward the clear vision. Purpose. So is the reason of being an organization is the purpose. capture soul and the spirit of organizations, provide the basis for the creation of clear vision where we want to see ourselves in a few years' time. We want to increase the shares, we want to be increase the sales, or we want to be increase the goodwill. So you have there, or how many people million we want to, how many places we want to be our offices. So real purpose is ideology driven. Core value are the universal system of belief and the behaviors of an organization. Explain and justify the existence of an organization. Our ideology and the purpose driven and in clarify the vision. We need to leadership. Influence the direction. If the leader need a influence, spirit and discipline. If the leader don't have a discipline, so we not make organization successful in the long run. So we need to be look around this, the closely we need to monitor. Instrumental transcend and the transformation of we in an organization. That's we need to. Okay, then we look around, we discussed earlier the vision. Vision statement is a statement on an organization approaching exploration, what hope to achieve to become, and how the example of the vision, Disney, to make people happy, to create better everyday life for many people. British Broadcasting, the most creative organization in the world, that they want to be. We can think about, is it BBC, is it creative or not? They're working toward, they are achieving the vision, what they're supposed to be, what they set it. Want to be company the best understand and satisfy the product and the services and fulfill the needs of the woman. Yes, because Avon use the beauty products, you may be at Sony or corporation to be the company that inspired and fulfill the prosperity. So we need to look around. The vision statement does not provide the specific target. Notice that each of the above example could apply in the many different organizations. So we can apply, we can assess, we can analyze it, yes, in different organization perspective. It should be inspire people and motivate. Yes, it should be contribute. We need to look around the people capacity. Capacity is mean ability to do something, and competencies is mean the skills and ability, skills and in areas expertise. So we need to give them training. Yes, we need to devote money on the research and development. Okay, mission. The vision and the mission statement often confuse. The many companies use the term interchangeably. However, there is have a different purpose. The vision statement describe where the organization want to see in future. The mission describe organization need to have to be achieved the vision. The vision and the mission statement must support each other, but the mission is more specific. It defines how organization different from the organization in the industry. Here are the example of the mission. Adidas, we strive to be global leader in sporting goods industry with the brand built on the passions of for sports and sporting lifestyle. Amazon, we seek to be Earth's most customer-centric company for four primary customer sets: consumer, seller, enterprise, and the content creator. Google organize the world information and make universe accessible and useful. Honesty, create and promote greeting taste, truly healthy and organic. We need to look around the Just Blue Airways to provide this period. So these are the mission statement of various organizations. We can look around their business strategies. We can look around their achievements, strategies, action plan, how we can achieve. The word strategy is derived from the Greek word strategist, which used to be how we'll encounter our competitors too. So values. So values is very important, or they differ from the vision. The vision and mission state where the organization going to be, and we have to set the value to achieve it. If we don't have a value define the organization believe in and how the expected to be behaved. So value represent the behave for each. If your compliance procedures and with other stakeholders provide the moral directions, how the manager can create the values and expect it to be followed. So we need to be look around. We integrity, we are honest. So its leader need to be honest because we set the value of. Excellent example of the company that's driven its values. Lewis Strauss begins, the source of manufacturing overseas. The company developed set a principle called global sourcing and operating guidance for overseas operation. So one principle covered the use of child labor. So we're not going to use the child labor. So we need to be look around. Yes. Next we have a 2.3 where we need to be look around the four major factors that identify vision of an organization and ideology, purpose, core values, and leadership. These are the factors that drive using the analysis and the factor along with their own dimensions. So we need to look around the stakeholders, internal and external. So stakeholder is a community at large. So you need to be look around there. The local resident attitude towards the town shopping centers, environmental pressures group, government, trade union, the various stakeholders and what they are expecting and what we as a company we need to be, how we can react it, how we can lead it, how we can fulfill, what strategy we can adopt. So we can use the bottom down and bottom up approach. So different approaches we can. So bottom up approach, we can listen from the grassroots workers because they have a first interact with the customer and the consumer. So we can put them on the board and we can listen them. So implies input, companies void collaboration, task completed and send up to higher up. So we can look around the top down, you set in the office. That's why anybody watch the program Undercover Boss maybe. So this is all about you have to sitting in office making strategy. You don't know the ground reality. So you have to understand the ground reality and then we need to be follow it. So that's you need to be make sure we'll do accordingly. Okay, anybody any question? Okay, the philosophy of the mission and the Nissan Motors in the UK. As a company, we aim to build the profit highest quality threshold in the Europe. We want to achieve the maximum customer satisfaction, ensure the prosperity of the company and its staff. As this, we aim to be achieve the mutual trust, cooperation between all people between within the company. Make Nissan UK Motors where long-term job satisfaction can be achieved. We recognize the people are our most valuable resource. Though they put the people is the most valuable, of course, if they don't put the people right and they don't have giving the value because the people make different things. People change the organization. So we need to be look around more focus on the people here. Then the teamwork they said about. Teamwork is very, very important. We recognize that all staff have the values contribution. We need to look around the communication within a bound of commercial confidentiality. We need to look around the objective. We need to look around the flexibility of staff. So all this we need to make sure we'll achieve our organization objective through these, effectively. So teamwork, according to one great scholar, said Henry Ford, coming together is a beginning, keeping together is a progress, and working together is a success. So we can look around different team building models. We can look around the communication. What is meant by effective communication? Anyone? Communication effective. So what is meant by effective communication? Effective communication mean two ways. Yes. So there will be a clear and objective, whatever the objective of the communication, if we are achieving it, it's called the communication is effective, otherwise not. Objective mean end result. So always set your objective smart. Your objective need to be specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and time defined. Flexibility, not restrict to, give them option, listen them, not restrict people. Maybe you will get the ideas from, and we carry on listening and improving the thing. Anybody any question up to now? Any question? Okay, no question. So we'll move to the next. Next, our area of discussion is evaluate the key factor need to be gained, the commitment, internal stakeholders, and the communicating. Internal stakeholders are intimately connected to the organization and their objective are likely to have strong influence to be. If your objective to be maximize your own salary, you're not really bothered about organization. You need to be look around. it's common. You need to be think, if organization will grow, you will grow. So we need to be teach people, and we need to change their mindset that this is a crucial thing in our organization. Make the people, so we can evaluate it. What are the employer paid, working condition, job security? Is it in any organization? Whichever organization we can choose as an example, we can look around these the things. We can look around the managers and directors. We can look around the stakeholders. When we look, so your manage your stakeholders with the mission, with the VN, implies partners, shareholders. Anybody knows what is the difference between stakeholders and shareholders? Anyone ever heard stakeholders and shareholders? Shareholders are the owner of the business. They have an investment, and the stakeholder can be anybody who has any interest other than the shareholder can be stakeholder, but not all the stakeholders are shareholders. So we need to look on what is the CSR. Anybody knows what is the CSR? Corporate social responsibility. So please try to be, before next lesson, look around CSR report. You can choose the company like Next CSR report. So you do research about Next CSR report. Do Marks and Spencer. Yes. Do research about Marks and Spencer CS. Corporate social responsibility as an organization. That's a social enterprise. We need a lot of emphasis. We need to make the organization social enterprise. Yes, we need to make sure we'll carry on achieving our organization objectives. So that's we need to look around. These are all the stakeholder, environment, and the legislation we must follow. Then I put it some internal and external stakeholders. What are objective and the connected stakeholders? Those can be profit, growth, market shares. All this we need to be look around. Okay, so what we can do, we can look around stakeholders quiz tutor to you. I can copy this link for you to please you go through some the stakeholders. So we'll go through the stakeholders. Yes, stakeholders are very important in our organization success and the failure. So we need to make sure we'll satisfy. So guys, please, I'm copying this link. So please make sure you will attempt this to clear it, because as a leader, if you satisfy the stakeholders, so that's we need to look around. So that's, and one article I'm going to give you. You can Google it, but if anything you want to be find good resources, so I'll say stakeholders Kaplan, so stakeholder analysis. So please, if you want to be read further and you want to go internal external environment, yes, so go through please stakeholders analysis, sorry. So that's we need to look around the stake. So please go through this quiz, go through stakeholder analysis document, and as a leader need to be clearly understand that stakeholder. So leader development, I have ability to interpret the stakeholder needs, what the market is, how the market is, how the environment is changing. So all this is, so today lesson we learn about understand the knowledge and skill leadership and strategic management to support. So is a vision, mission, and strategy. Leader need to be understand the clear and the leader have a capacity, leader have a ability to do the things. We learn about the role of top down and bottom up approach of communication. We said the team building, and that the leader should have a team building skill, leader have a good interpersonal skill, leader should understand the culture of organization, leader understand the vision, missions, and the values of organization. So that's all today lesson. Anybody, if you have any question, drop me email. I hope speak to you all during our next lesson. Thanks for listening, and hope so. Please try to join next week our session when we'll go through LO3 learning outcomes. Thanks for bye bye.